So hey guys, it's been a week since the league started and I managed to obtain Headhunter and want to share what I farmed, how I did it, and yeah, this farm is still viable, it still helps to farm. I obtained Headhunter, 1000 PDPS weapon, and other parts of the build like Little Pride, Watcher's Eye, and other stuff. Yeah, Watcher's Eye here. So basically what we did expedition. How we did it: we used expedition scarab of Verisium powder, scarab of runefinding, two of them, and two monsters lineage scarab. To obtain 5 map points, I used carry for Maven, as well as carry for the T17 map. After that, I had 5 map slots, not 5, 6, like all of them. And I used all the scarabs plus maps. What we do with map? We just put chisel. I highly recommend you to go with Dunes map. We chisel it. We roll at least 75 plus of quantity. Like 78, great. You check for the mods that you can actually handle it, that there is no reflect if you can't handle this. Then what we do? We just go here, select increase quantity of items found, put our map, select Eater of Worlds, and start the map. Just for the showcase purposes, I'm going to do that. So we place our lineage scarabs, we put our map, we start. Right now, of course, my build is much stronger, so it will be a bit faster and easier. But for you, basically what we do, we full clear the map. We take all the altars.
I can't do this just yet.
And after we full clear the map and we take all the altars, we go here for
a worthy opponent.
For the map itself, for expedition itself, the map. We place our detonator at best position possible. We check here if all the mods that are here are fine with us. So for my build, I would probably die if I will have cannot leech from monsters as well as immune to physical damage. For you, it will be a bit different based on your build, but the fastest way is to check like this. If everything's fine, you start with explosives. If not, you do placement and start the game. Like put explosives again and find the way. So right now I don't fully clear the map, but you can see that I already dropped expedition logbook. I dropped a bunch of different markers from the monsters, and that's basically it. You will get markers, you will get different types of stuff from those chests, you will get coinages to roll for currency. We are with this farm we are targeting the Tujen and the Dannig to reroll. Then, when we drop logbook, that's cool. We're checking it. If it's Black Scythe or Sun, Sun looks like.
Well,
I will show the Sun just in a second. So yeah, here is Knights of the Sun, as you can see at top cemetery map. So we farm our logbooks ourselves, and all the coinages we all do ourselves. So what we do, we see that we have additional chest markers and increasing explosive radius. That's not the best logbook, but at start you will farm all of them. And so we want the higher stats. To get the higher stats, you can use Blessed Orbs, they don't cost a lot, plus you will sustain them pretty easily. So we roll like 38, 12 is okay with me. For you, there will be different types of like number of runic monsters markers, number of runic monsters, numbers of chest markers. We can use all of them. We will run everything basically. And here we roll until we get some kind of a good stats there. We open logbook and we fully farm as basically you always do on the logbook part. So now I will drop everything back. Here I will put everything back from. Right now I'm farming Legion, so that's my new farming strategy for now. New for me, basically. but yeah, just because I have Headhunter and I'm really bored of Expedition at the moment. So yeah, basically that's it. Now let's talk about the Atlas. So Atlas tree looks like this when you are starting to progress. I will attach Atlas trees to in the description. So first of all, we take notes here for the expedition, spawn, shrines, scarabs, modifiers of maps, connected maps, chance for maps to become tier higher. That's early on helps with our sustain while we are low on currency and still haven't gotten all the watchstones. If you have gotten all the watchstones, your Atlas should look like this. Basically, what we change, we drop off the nodes for the shaping skies here and shaping the mountains here, and we drop all the nodes here in center because they don't really do much for us at this point. We can self-sustain or even buy maps from someone on TFT. And here we take nodes for increased maps found to have memory influence. They cost from 20 to 30 chaos. I mean, that info based on yesterday's information, but yeah, you basically can sell them and for pretty a lot, and they drop with good frequency. Here we take points for Scarabs, again explicit modifiers on maps, Scarabs. Here we take ambush Scarabs because many strategies like Fabgun is farming in them now, and many other players do, and streamers as well because of that. We take Scarabs because one Scarabs of containment worth around 1 divine right now, and if you drop it, it's huge loot bonus. Other than that, everything is pretty usual, nothing too fancy. I will attach those points, as well as here in the notes you can find which Scarabs we are running. The same is here for the previous Atlas trees that I showed for early on when you are starting. You can start doing this when you will be tanky enough to complete it. You can check if you're able to do that. And yeah, you start rolling from even right now, because of prices of Scarabs, even at white maps it can still be profitable. Not so profitable, you will have to run more maps to sustain better, but you will still probably make your money. But of course, if you can do it at tier 16, that will be greater for you. So that's basically it. That's how I farmed Headhunter. Right now I'm testing Legion. So far so good. It actually produces currency. Can't say that it's faster rate, but it's a bit easier because you don't need to spend lots of time with Tujen. And for Tujen, I forgot to say. So here we are looking for Orb of Alterations because it still worth a bunch. Orb of Fusings, Chromatic Orbs. Don't buy Jeweler's Orbs, we don't need them anymore. We can buy Stack Decks, we can buy Vial Orbs, we can buy Orbs of Regret, Orb of Scoring, Chisels, Game Cutters, Bubbles, and of course Exalted Orbs, Ancient Orbs, Divines, if you roll them, that's cool, you definitely take them. As well as, if it doesn't cost too much in terms of currency,
What you need?
you can also take 20% gems because it's equal to 1 Game Cutter's Prism, and that's basically it. Orb of Chance doesn't worth it at the moment, at least what I did, I started skipping them. At some point, Rogue Markers as well, they don't cost a lot at the moment, so there's no need to roll for them. So basically, yeah, that's all the cards that you roll for, you take it, then you go to Faustus, you exchange it, and be careful, there are already lots of traps for new players here. I'm not sure if I can show it at the moment. Like, even here, you, for example, have 100 Vial Orbs, and you see that you can sell it instantly for 250, but if you actually look at the price here with the Alt button, you see that there are competing trades at 238, but previously it's 222. So 222 Vial Orbs for 1 Chaos. So better always check it here. Like, I flipped a bunch of currency this week on Jeweler's Orbs. For example, right, even now you can see that buying ratio is 1 to 37, selling ratio is 1 to 26. You can check this, and by checking this, you will ensure that you are not losing money. Because basically here, if I sold for 137, I would have lost almost 25% of my income just because I sold it in a bad way. So what I would do here, I see that there's 126 order, but it's low in terms of Jeweler's Orb. So I would put it at 25.5, for example. So 25 here for 1 KS or 25.5, you can't put it here, but you can calculate what 25.5 means. Basically, it means 51 for 2, and that's 25.5. That's how you do it. That's how you market your currency efficiently, and by this you will have more profits.
What have you got?
Because you won't lose your money on
berry.
these little things that actually are not little if you check for the currency. So yeah, that's basically it. You fully, again, just what you do. You roll the maps 75 plus quantity, you check for the mods, you go in, you full clear the map, you choose on altars whether quantity, rarity, or some kind of another drops. Because I ran dunes, I always chose divination cards, because time to times you may be possible to drop fortunates, like fortune. So fortunate on dunes, you drop them. They times to times give you profits. To divine orbs in, I don't know, 100 maps, still good, because you still farm other things. It's not the fastest farm, I guess, at the moment, but it's definitely a stable one. And based on the prices of... so we don't want to sell because prices of coinage were low. I'm not sure how are they at the moment. Let's check for the sake of the video purpose. So expedition over here, burial medallion. So yeah, 2.5 here, as well as 2.5 here, as well as if we, for example, try to buy, exotic coinage, 1 to 4. Actually, 1 to 4 is not bad. Maybe you can check for yourself. Maybe it will be more profitable for you to sell exotic coinage. But honestly, I don't think so, because I made almost all of my money from haggling. Divination orbs, I got a bunch of them. I got a bunch of the Game Cutter's prisms that sold for a lot, as well as just raw chaos orbs. So I highly recommend you just roll yourself, do expedition maps yourself. In expedition maps, you will always want to open the holes. Okay, just again for the purpose of the content of the video.
Hail!
Let's open one
You
expedition
can always
map.
tell a
No,
black...
doesn't matter, I won't clear it.
Hail! You can always tell a Black Scythe.
Local,
So
need your aid.
you open tab, you check for the map. Here you see the hole on the map, another hole. We don't see the boss. Boss is a big skull. It will be easy to find it. So what we are looking for, the most valuable things that we want to hunt for when we are placing our is expedition, because basically those will spawn chests with expedition markers that will help us to roll. That's currency for rolling stuff and buying. So we want to target those, as well as, of course, we don't want to take the nodes that will make us die in the map, as well as we want to target those big skulls like this one, because those big skulls will spawn monsters that will drop currency for us, as well as they are mostly, if I'm not mistaken, they are all rares. And yeah, that's basically it. I started farming it when I still had like 500,000 DPS, I guess, and it still worked for me. Of course, sometimes I failed, but even though it was profitable. So if you like the content and this video, or you have any questions, you can join my stream, subscribe for my YouTube and Twitch, leave a comments below if it works for you or not, and of course, like and notification bell will help a lot my channel. And yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.